Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Alexis Bellino's sweet message to John Janssen. Alexis Bellino has been one of the most talked about Real Housewives of Orange County stars this year despite not appearing on season 19. This is the case because she recently married John Janssen, Shannon Beater's ex. Now, she's taken to social media to wish him a happy birthday. Bellino posted to Instagram in the early hours of October 30th. The former RHOC star said, strutting into 63. Happy birthday John Janssen. Johnny, I wanted to be the first to wish you happy birthday. It's 12:02 a.m. and you're asleep. The newlywed continued, I have yet to ask your mom exactly what time you are born, and I don't want to wake you to ask. But, you are walking into this next year of your life so strong, so hot, so resilient, and so calm. She went on, you give our entire family strength, faith, love, fun, acceptance, and motivation. You don't let noise get in your way. You walk the walk, and show our 6 kids by leading an example, rather than talk the talk. Bellino concluded, you are my strength, and you literally picked me up off the floor without batting an eye. Thank you for being born, so now I have my forever person. And we are walking into this next year of your life as one. I cherish you and I love you so much John Janssen. Bellino and Janssen walked down the aisle on October 3 in Laguna Beach, California. They began dating in November 2023, and a portion of their relationship was seen on season 18 of The Real Housewives of Orange County. Bellino opened up to people about her wedding. She said, we envisioned a dreamy, romantic, rustic chic vibe with earthy elegance. Regarding the venue, she revealed, our venue gave us that perfect mix of natural beauty and privacy, nestled between the canyon and the sea. Bellino continued, it felt like we were celebrating in a secret garden by the ocean. She says the wedding venue was decorated with soft whites, dusty rose, greenery, and touches of natural wood. 140 of their closest friends and family attended the wedding. The guest list included Real Housewives of Orange County star Tamra Judge. She may return to The Real Housewives of Orange County for season 20. Season 19 of The Real Housewives of Orange County is currently airing. However, there has been much talk about season 20 as it marks a significant milestone for the series. According to OK Magazine, the production team behind the series may be interested in Bellino returning. As fans know, Bellino was a full-time cast member on RHOC for seasons 5 through 8. She then returned for season 18 as a friend of the show. Per the most recent reports, there is interest in her being full-time for season 20. Alexis Bellino has never been a stranger to speaking from the heart, but her most recent message to boyfriend John Janssen may be one of her warmest yet. What began as an unexpected pairing among the Real Housewives universe has now evolved into a meaningful bond that has surprised fans and critics alike. Her latest declaration, gentle yet earnest, paints a portrait of a woman rediscovering joy carefully, bravely, and unapologetically. The journey that brought Alexis and John together has been framed by complicated history, public scrutiny, and emotional remnants of relationships past, but Alexis' message made clear that what they share is more than a storyline. It is a connection she believes was worth finding, even this late in life's unpredictable shuffle. Her message was not overly poetic nor drenched in drama. Instead, it carried the humble gratitude of someone who knows what it feels like to lose and still choose to open her heart again. She thanked him not only for love, but for patience, safety, and friendship, 3 ingredients often missing from the carefully manicured romances reality television tries to portray. In that simplicity, it felt more intimate than any grand admission. Alexis described John as a good man, a phrase that sounds plain until one considers the sharper edges of their past relationships. With those 2 words, she expressed how refreshing it feels to be with someone who moves with calm intention. She shared that he has supported her without expectation, held space for her when grief was heavy, and laughed with her when life became light again. Everything in her message suggested that John has brought a sense of steadiness back to her life. She reflected on the early months of their relationship, those first conversations built not on adrenaline but on curiosity. Alexis wrote about coffee mornings that turned into long afternoons and late-night conversations that went on beyond reason, simply because neither one wanted to hang up. She described how time became softer, less hurried, less performative, more real. It wasn't the kind of whirlwind romance that sweeps people off their feet, rather, it was a relationship that grew naturally, like light seeping in through a window pane. Alexis also acknowledged the challenges they faced in the public eye. Their relationship arrived with built-in controversy, in part because of John's past with Shannon Beater. Even before they officially confirmed their relationship, online chatter was already loud. Opinions, theories, and accusations floated everywhere, yet Alexis' message seemed to answer all of it without directly naming any turmoil. She emphasized that what people say from afar rarely reflects the truth of what 2 people truly share. It was her gentle way of drawing boundaries, of reminding audiences that real life happens off camera, in between the moments we don't witness. More than a love letter, Alexis' message read like a note of appreciation for a chapter she didn't expect to write. She said she had never anticipated falling in love again with such clarity. After her divorce, she had spent years rebuilding herself, navigating motherhood, self-care, and simply learning how to stand comfortably alone. She had come to accept that love might not return in the same way it once had. But it did quietly, unexpectedly, and more honestly than before. One of the most touching parts of her message was her emphasis on emotional safety. Alexis wrote that John made her feel seen without the need to perform. There was no pressure to be the perfect partner or the polished version of herself that reality television once demanded. He encouraged her to be unfiltered, imperfect, fully human. That acceptance felt like a balm, and she thanked him for giving her a space where vulnerability isn't a risk it's welcomed. She also mentioned John's bond with her children, a topic that seemed to mean the world to her. Seeing him interact with them with kindness and respect reinforced her hopes that this relationship was more than romantic, it was something sustainable. She hinted that watching her children enjoy his presence gave her a peace that she had not felt in years. It was clear that she measures love not only by how someone treats her, but how they treat the people she loves most. While she didn't explicitly speak about the future, her tone suggested an optimism that felt grounded, not whimsical. Alexis did not claim that life had suddenly become perfect. Instead, she expressed gratitude for experiencing love that feels steady, mature, and earned. She acknowledged that both she and John had lived full lives before crossing paths, each carrying scars, lessons, and humility. But it was those very histories, she said, that made what they share feel richer. Her message also included subtle reflections on how love changes as adults. It becomes less about fireworks and more about quiet gestures, the hand on your back when you're anxious, the shared silence on a peaceful drive, the smile that says everything without speaking. Alexis said she had come to appreciate the softness of love that blossoms after loss. Maybe this version of love doesn't shout. Maybe it simply stays. She thanked John for reminding her that it's possible to love without fear. Past heartbreak can make people defensive, slow to trust, or quick to run. But Alexis wrote that John helped her drop her guard not because he asked her to, but because he gave her reasons to. A text in the morning. A laugh in the evening. A conversation that goes deeper than expected. Those moments became the thread stitching something new. Her message concluded with a sentiment that made everything feel real: gratitude. She didn't promise forever. She didn't proclaim perfection. She simply thanked John for bringing joy back into her world, for being gentle with her heart, and for choosing her every day. It was a reminder that sometimes the sweetest love stories are not the loud ones, they're the ones that unfold quietly, between two people who find each other at exactly the right time, even if the world believes it's too late. Alexis Bellino's sweet tribute to John Janssen wasn't a performance. It was a window into a woman who has lived, learned, and now loves with intention. Their story is still being written, and perhaps that is what makes it compelling. It isn't final, it's evolving. And as Alexis continues to speak with such warmth, one thing becomes clear: this chapter is hers to enjoy, and she is choosing to do so with an open heart.